It's Sunday. I'm feeling very bright. I'm in my bright corner. And let's talk about the new release makeup products, sneak peeks. There's no sneak peeks. Well, we're updating on a sneak peek. So there's updates, releases, Christmas stuff, Halloween stuff. Let's talk about new makeup of the week. First updates are the Urban Decay Moondust palettes. A couple of weeks ago we saw two of them. This is the one that I was most excited for because it's got the really bland beige sparkly shades that I will wear. You can see now, so we're seeing more photos and apparently they're available now online in the Canadian website. Is that the Urban Decay? Is that, I don't know. Where do you get your Urban Decay in Canada? It's probably available, but apparently it's a holiday release from Urban Decay, so it would be part of their holiday collection. You can see that they are the same size as the singles, whereas previously these Moondust palettes, when we've had the bigger palettes, they were minis. These are full size. I'm getting this. If it comes to Australia, I'm buying the heck out of it. There's some more photos I'll show you, and also there's a different palette as well, a different variation. Here's the different variation. So we saw this one again a couple of weeks ago. This one's got like a silver, what is that, like a copper, a pink, an iridescent white. So this one's less beige. Here is the beigey one swatched, and I think Space Cowboy is the one that everyone talks about, so I'm really glad it's in that palette. And here's the proper sort of marketing photo. So it's coming soon, holidays, Urban Decay, I'm buying it, I'm excited. The next thing is also a holiday release. This is and an update as well. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. A couple of weeks ago, we saw these sort of capsule palettes. So we saw Sultry. So this is the original Sultry. I love it. It is hands down one of my favorite palettes of all time, probably in my top 5 palettes. I'm gonna have to think about my top palettes and actually do like a top 5 palette of all time video, because this is definitely it. Like, pry it out of my cold dead hands. This is the capsule that they're releasing for the holiday releases, whatever. It's taken out a few, but you can see there's definitely, like, they've taken some direct shades. Some of the ones up the top, like the shimmer in the middle at the top, I think is actually at the very top of the palette that's been cut off. Thanks, TikTok. But you can see they've taken the essence of the cool toned, sparkly and matte and that kind of vibe, and they've just taken out some sort of repetitive shades. So this palette had a lot of sort of shimmery bronzy gold. It had this bright coral that a lot of people liked, a lot of people hated. So they've just streamlined it. I love this. I'm tempted to buy it, but I do have this. I don't know. Do I need them both? Probably not. If you missed out on Sultry, like, if the formula's the same, get it. If the formula has changed, like, I don't know, up to you, but we don't know that yet. They've also turned the Modern Renaissance into a capsule. Now, I think this looks a lot more dated and boring. I feel like Sultry was ahead of its time, and that's probably why it wasn't one of the most popular Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes. But I think when people look back at their collection, it's always one that people talk about loving. Whereas Modern Renaissance was super, super hyped. It was very unique for the time, but now people look back and go, it's really, really boring. This looks to me so bland. I think if you're going to go, I understand they've taken the essence, and I guess, again, they have sort of taken out a lot of the repetitive pink shades, the sort of just general beige shades. They've taken out a shimmer or a couple of shimmers, which has left this a 9-pan palette with one shimmer. Yes, it is a edit of the Modern Renaissance, and the Modern Renaissance was mainly matte, but come on, guys, like, give me a couple more shimmers. Like, ugh. So this is not for me. I decluttered my Modern Renaissance because I didn't love it. But if you did and you love these shades, like, you can get it in a little Huda format. Along with those palettes, they are releasing a highlighter for the Christmas season. I'm hoping this is a little bit like, or at least the same formulation as the Amrazy one, because people still rave about that. I didn't end up getting it. This looks very pretty. It's called Glow Seeker, and it's one of those baked powder gel hybrid formulas. They've been around for a long time. You get them from brands like Too Faced and everyone. So it's probably not that unique, but I'm sure it's going to be pretty. And that's the swatch. It's boring champagne, but, effective. Those were the updates. Let's get on to some interesting new stuff. Queen Angie, I love her. She's such a lovely person. Her eyeshadow there looks stunning, and she's done a second collaboration with Odens Eye Cosmetics. So this is it. There's 2 palettes and a bunch of lip products, and it's called, well, it's saying Welcome to Helaween. Is it actually called Helaween? Yes, Helaween collection. So it's Halloween inspired, but they've also gone the Norse mythology with Hela. I do like the color stories on their own. Neither of them really like sings to me, but I like they've gone predominantly sort of cool tone, predominantly sort of warm tone, because often you are one or the other. And I'll show you the lip products. So these are the swatches of lip products. There's lip glosses, matte lip stain, and shine lip stain. So these are the prices as well, I think in US dollars. So that's the swatches there. I'll show you the swatches of the palettes. She makes them look very, very pretty. It's fun. It's a fun palette. The shimmers look tingly. The greens make my eyes just want to go, ah! There you go. There's the other one. From colour and fun to fairly boring, but wearable. Colourpop have their new 11/11 collection. I actually like that as a theme, but this looks so bland. Like, it's very angelic and it's very bland and it's very bland, but I'm not talking about it anymore because it's so bland. But if you like Colourpop blandness and you like the theme, it's available. I won't go into too much about this, but we're starting to see the MAC holiday collection. So it's snowflake inspired. There's mini lipstick vaults, mini eyeshadow palettes, more lipstick sets, brush sets, advent calendar that has a pop-out snowflake tree, I think. Nice sort of metallic eyeshadows, but we've seen them. These look like, actually, LH Cosmetics, they had a palette, and these looks like 3 shades from it. Anyway, then we've got these thin lipsticks that look sheerer than their sort of thin matte ones that they currently have out. Some eyeliners. Like, we're starting to see it. We know the theme. It's very Christmassy. If you like your Christmas collections to be very Christmassy, MAC have you covered. I'm going to find this, the Linda Hallberg, or LH Cosmetics, what I'm talking about, because it's, yeah. Tell me that's not similar. It's similar. Lastly, Kimchi Chic Beauty are coming for Huda Beauty, and they have released the Jewel collection. There we go. It's out now. There's 4 palettes. You got ruby, you've got emerald, diamond, and sapphire. These look very chunky, glittery, and matte. I'll show you swatches. Also, are these tiny, or was this person's hands really big? These look tiny to me. Ruby looks like it's got pressed glitter, and then your traditional shimmers. Very, very red, very sparkly. Emerald, I like that it's gone from like acid greens and toppers through to more sort of grassy greens and emerald greens. Go figure. Was this one called Diamond? It's all just toppers. It's just a palette of toppers, whether you want them shimmer, whether you want them chunky, sparkly, silvery. It's a topper palette. And then Sapphire, again, these look very, almost like glitter in Vaseline type formula. Not sure if that's what it is, but there we go, very blue. So that is it for the week. There's going to be some other stuff that I missed, but they were the things that popped up on my radar. If anything interests you and you want me to talk about it next week, let me know, because I'll talk about it. Anyway, have a good one. Bye.